Hello, this is Dore. I thought I posted a preview in the community, but later saw I hadn't uploaded the silhouette. I used to upload viewers' comments for fun, but starting next video, I'll feature any funny jokes I see, so please leave witty comments. We're looking at Ion, a Tier 1 character from 97. In the Lawless Zone, Choyori is best, but in Cake Bap, normal Yori is best. If you haven't seen the Choyori review yet, search for it and check it out quickly. Now let's see the market's top dish. Story Muse. Thank you for watching. Subtitles by Bidal Minjak. Oh, what a load of crap. It looks really good at first glance, but that's about it for Ranged A. Ion's Ranged A can't even shoot down a short jump. It's not particularly fast to activate, and on top of that, it's a basic move that can't even be cancelled. If even short characters can duck under the Ranged A, there's no solution. This close range A is used for stylish combos and setups. Honestly, it's hard to say this basic move is that great. First of all, its startup is slower than C, but the good thing is that it can be cancelled. You can also follow up with Mongtan, sometimes using close A to make Mongtan less likely to miss after a low attack. This is the utterly useless trash normal move, Far B. Everything about it, from startup to hitbox, is garbage. First, this normal move has a large hurt box that shows up before its attack hitbox appears. It can't even be cancelled, so it just feels like filler. Honestly, Far B is so useless that any normal move is better. It's not a threat to the opponent at all. Far D is much better. The first one. Used smartly for mind games, it's a tricky close range move. Lee Iori is a good character for pressuring your opponent with things like jump G command grabs and low sweeps. Because it hits low even while standing, it really confuses your opponent. Because you can cancel this move, you can easily follow up with a combo. This is the essential C you can't ignore when discussing main moves. The funny thing is, the attack hitbox appears after he pulls his arm back. Because it can be cancelled, you can disrupt your opponent's timing with it. After Seolbong, it usually serves as a bridge for the next exchange. This is truly his main basic move, close C. Along with the startup chart, it's the fastest basic move in 97. Actually, Lee Hyori's close C is so high performing that you could just keep pressing C. Also, while her other basic moves have strict cancel frames, close C is pretty forgiving. She's not really a zoning character, but if you really want to zone, you can use Far D. The downside is, as you can see from the hitbox, the hurt box appears first before the attack hitbox comes out. It can't beat Terry's B, a top tier zoning move, but its priority is decent, so using it occasionally can be effective. As shown in the video, you can't win a zoning battle against characters like Terry. This is a close range D normal with no safe spot anywhere in the world. It can prevent the opponent from jumping away, but close range C can do the same thing. D can't be cancelled and is slower to start up than C, so there's no reason to use it. Think of Crouching A as an extension of Crouching B. Only A can follow Crouching B as a normal move. This is Crouching B, your main move after close C. Just like Crouching A, your hurt box gets smaller when you use it. You can simply mash it, but that's not what makes it your main move. Crouching B can't be cancelled into other moves and only combos into A normals. Learn the low turn-up to give your opponent more problems. I've often seen Leon stop using lows because it's usually hard. In that case, just use Benibaro's spin moves instead. After a jump attack, a low sweep or Manta usually doesn't connect. Now, only characters knocked forward by Selmy remain. This is a Crouching C that makes you wonder if it should be considered an uppercut. Its hitbox and startup aren't bad, but it still feels a bit lacking to use as a main anti-air. Even as a kid, I found this Crouching D unimpressive. Interestingly, its startup is quite fast. The attack hitbox appears earlier than expected despite the large motion. Since the recovery frames are long and can't be cancelled with a projectile, few players likely use this as their main move. Of course, you'll end up getting hit by a throw. Please look into it in detail. This is the 252 Jump A for beginners because its attack has long active frames. An advantage must come with a disadvantage. It doesn't fully cover the lower part, so you can easily get punished in return. Of course, I'm talking about those unique characters whose hitboxes shrink just by crouching. Jump B starts quickly and has a wide hitbox, making it good for air-to-air. If the player reacts quickly, it's good for air-to-air situations. However, the hitbox itself is weak, so you'll lose if you go into a hitbox battle. Thank you for watching. Another aerial special move of February's Rat Power is the backup. It's not for a frontal attack with February's Rat Power, but a special move meant solely to hit the opponent from behind. The 97 backup is the series' strongest. You hit with B, and the damage is really brutal. The damage is so brutal that it's even stronger than close range C. If you use only Baycap on Iori, it takes 7 hits to knock her from 6th place. Using only close range C requires 9 hits. Thank you for watching. Baycap makes combos easier than direct attacks. This basic combo still halves your health. Baycap is even more intimidating when used after breaking the guard. Landing a counter is as effective as a super move. The hand hammer, Jump C, smashes everything low. The hitbox is great, but the main drawback is the short active frames. Apply this to use the hand hammer with incredible performance. And since the hitbox is so good, no opponent can break through it. To show you just how good the hitbox on Jump C is, it can even beat Goro's top tier anti-air headbutt if you time it right. Even now, will you only use Jump A? This is Jump D, which along with Jump C has insane performance. It has 2 hitboxes, which is pretty unique. The second hitbox covers all the way down to the bottom, so it's very effective against opponents aiming for your lower side. If you look at just the hitbox battle itself, there's nothing in basic anti-air moves that can beat this. Of course, it can also break Goro's headbutt, but personally, when comparing the hitbox battle with the headbutt, I think Jump C is more reliable. Jump performance. It's a rush type character, but the projectile is also top tier. But I saw a post saying you can't jump over Iori's projectile with a short hop. Is there another kind of short hop? Iori's projectile has a short startup and recovery frame. Even top projectile users can't beat Iori's projectile. You can't win against it. It was supposed to counter air attacks, but it's disappointing. This is Tyok. Aiden's C loses invincibility frames while jumping, but for anti-air, you only use C. As you can see from the hitbox, at least there's no invincibility around the head, but if you use A, it immediately exposes your head to get cracked open. The vulnerable area appears before the attack hitbox. If you try to use A as an anti-air and it hits, but the opponent blocks it on the ground, just like now, the opponent will be standing just fine while you get punished by their attack. To safely anti-air while running toward the opponent, only C works. Even if you trade with A, Iori always gets punished. If it doesn't knock down, it should at least have given some stun. If you see Iori use A anti-air, just laugh at him. We're seeking those overused, overpowered moves. The throw exchange knocks down and can push the opponent into the corner. It's not a huge move, just a simple special can take you across the stage. For reference, the frame data varies slightly depending on the strength of the throw. Blocking removes the upper hitbox with a smile. It's very effective against friends who frequently use projectiles. Only the heavy version removes the hitbox, the light version doesn't, so don't complain it doesn't work if you use the light one. You can also use the air camera bug to trade infinitely. Situations like this won't actually happen, so just enjoy it for fun. Before trading, use and cancel a basic skill. Filming this was actually hard. Iori's stylish combos always seem to be difficult. It's that knee that quickly rushes in and snatches you. Instead of viewing this as an attack, see it as a movement skill. It's worse than Kyowa in both damage and follow-up. Plus, if it's blocked, you'll immediately get hurt and be in trouble. Usually you use Kyowa to push them away and approach, but now with tailored basic moves for each character, you can keep Iori's pressure on. Usually you can set up standing B, close A, or C. Even if the opponent guards, there's nothing disadvantageous for Iori at all. It was broken in 96 and it's still broken in 97. This is Serpung. It doesn't cause damage, but it's great for starting combos. After Serpung, I use Far C. At 3, Jumjin nearly ran out of time, but Guibo helped make Puljubai a treasure. You enter the Puljubai command ahead of time when you don't have Gu. This is Iori's Guibo, and it makes you move faster than your normal walking speed. Did you see how he suddenly stuck to him? With this, even the infinite Sealpung becomes possible. Honestly, it's hard to use it multiple times, but I thought viewers might be curious, so I prepared a short review. King seemed to understand me and agreed, telling me to use Sealpung. I'm only using this because I'm blinded by love. If this were offline, I'd probably lose my mind. If you ignore the ears and focus here, you'll use Paljubai. Finally, I'll finish this video by defeating the bosses. I'm not current on Chinese news, but could Iori still remain unaffected? Who cares? As kids, candles were the best. I find Guchil more fun without raising methods. This kind of crazy balance is what makes Guchil feel nostalgic. I know Guchil faces many restrictions in tournaments. Things we enjoyed as kids, like banning infinite combos, the dream of fighting games, or banning solo candle use, are now all prohibited. I've tried to talk about it, but I can't find the words. After watching, please like, subscribe, and check out Choi Iori's video if you haven't already. Free. Lady go. The game is over. Pleasure and more pleasure. Die.